And of course, like you know, we have membership spread across the world. Members in Nigeria, and those in diaspora, Canada, UK, Switzerland, America, Poland, mentioned them, Asia, Japan, so on and so forth. And what do? We are all concerned Nigerians who believe that we should be better than we are as a nation. Okay? Nigerians who work together, irrespective of geography, like tribe, religion, and all that. We consider ourselves as poor. People who are affected by the same thing, gross poverty, poor leadership, or near absence of leadership. People who have been treated as though they are nothing. Majorly, we are professional youths. We do a whole lot of legal things and things that are done with great commitment. So today we are going to review the debate that held under the priest light 2 nights ago, Tuesday at 4 p.m. And the focus was still review of candidates. And it was the third time that we are doing this, consistently in 3 weeks. All right. The representing team will be in that particular debate was Lady Priya, who is also the indefatigable leader of the group, Team Bidati Live. So tonight we are going to have a hearty review of what happened. And we invite you to join us as we discuss this. Remember, we are supporting unapologetically the candidate of Labour Party in the coming presidential election, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi, and his running mate, Senator Yusuf Dati. All right. Do not forget that your participation in this program will be highly appreciated. So we invite you to send in your comments and observations, and of course, your questions on the comment section. You can also indicate to join us and make your comment live so that Nigerians will listen to you directly. Therefore, once you send us an application, we'll send you the link to enable you join live and make your contribution. Joining me tonight is my colleague, Bini Obida, and of course, other of my colleagues who are participating from different locations world over. Now, as we normally do here, before we proceed, let me also remind us that this week has been an interesting week. It's like week on week, we start having interesting things happening in our great country, Nigeria. Yes, I call it great country because we must be proud of this nation, no matter how it's poorly treated. Okay, you and I will make it reclaim its lost glory. So this week, a number of things happen. It's no longer news that the courts in Nigeria have kind of embarked on display or slamming of people in great authorities, okay, with sentence for contempt of court. First, it was the chairman of EFCC, and that appeared so new. Okay, some people haven't seen anything like that happening. Secondly, it was the Inspector General of Police, and what's happening? What's going on? And today we are hearing again that the top military officer has also been slammed. We don't really understand what is happening, and we are wondering what is happening. Okay, and the courts keep giving the same reason: contempt of court, contempt of court. Well, whatever it is, we are believing that Nigeria will come back to its rightful position by doing the right thing, and Nigerians will also start doing the right things. Now, this is a warning to many people who believe in doing some things without recourse to the law. You need to be very serious in your citizenship and be sure that you are paying total allegiance to the laws of the land, which the court upholds. This week, we had news that a young student was also arrested, and just today we are hearing that he has been remanded in prison custody, and that is the trending thing right now. Okay, for he was being accused of having insulted the First Lady of our great country. Well, it's important, we should say, that every citizen begins to take seriously the duty of a citizen. And of course, leaders should also start taking it seriously, to perform their functions and conduct themselves in ways that conform to. Now, this is where it becomes important for us to all participate in the coming election by exercising our franchise thoughtfully so that we get the right people in power, people who are ready to obey the laws of the land, people who are ready to uphold justice and feel the pulse of Nigerians by ensuring that it becomes Nigerians first. Yes, it should be Nigerians first. So, these and more happened this week. Of course, the week is not ended. We are still going to have, tomorrow, Saturday, of course. Who knows what's going to happen? Well, this evening we had another news, okay? I haven't confirmed that, but on channel we had that the spokesperson, the Director General of B2B Campaign Council is having issues with the party in Ogun State. Some say he has been expelled from the party. But whatever it is, tomorrow we'll get to know more of that. Do not be distracted. Okay? Now that we are going back to the promised land, there will be a lot of distractions. There will be a lot of jabs from the opposition. People will be planted to cause havoc in our family and make us to disunite and then lose focus. That's what the enemy will do. So do not in any way be discouraged. Do not be distracted. Keep your eyes on the ball. And what is it? The obedient movement is on. We will never be stopped. B2B is the incoming president of Federal Republic of Nigeria. And you and I have the duty to vote for him and ensure that we are not distracted. Okay. Now, we have to move on to review the debates of Tuesday, last Tuesday. Review of the candidates. We had, on behalf of Peter Obi Group, Lady Prayer. On behalf of Ashwaji Group, had Bongoli. And on behalf of Atiku Group, had Mosti. It was a very lively. And before I move forward, let me hear from our participants from the other divide. Okay, so who do we have here? Obi, now, are you there with us? Yeah.
Everybody.
Obi, how are you doing?
Good evening. I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my brother. How are you doing today? Well, Anambra is doing well. People are strongly obedient, and they are not going back on that. Of course, for you to test the wrath of the people, you just have to do or say something contrary to the serious campaign to take back Nigeria. Through Peter Obi. So Anambra is good. We also thank God for clement weather. It has been all good. And the Christmas season has set. People are making huge purchases with the little they have in preparation for Christmas. Today we also had a jingle on there. Christmas is coming in, and however it is, Igbo must celebrate Christmas. So, and this Christmas is the obedient Christmas. That's how we see it turning up now.
Thank you very much. Benin is in great condition at the moment, and everybody is up and down. What we expect in the season of Christmas, I can tell you that notwithstanding the fact that there is still great things ongoing for our great power party and our movement, the obedient in general. There have been no cases, any irregularity in our treatment recorded those things, apart from the fact that obedience are having meeting up with the logistics of carrying out
Mhm.
grassroots, but this is not disturbance for us in any way because we are sure those in the grassroots, uh, whether reaching or not reaching, so many of them are already aware of this train and are fully obedient. So
Mhm.
we can see from all that all from all indications that Benin is ready to deliver the required amount of votes. 90%
Mm.
of obedient, 90% of the people in the state are surely going to give their votes to our principal minister as a way of embracing change. 2023. And to the month that happens to be on a weekday has been very, very tasky on the Nigerians and the Dolites. And you will not believe it that those citizens cannot wait for too long to see a better Nigeria because presently the condition of the country has it has caused people to denounce the even the government of the ruling party. So it is a great thing. It's a great thing. It's a great thing that we are experiencing that which we are experiencing now. And I must tell you, there's one critical thing that is happening right now. The inflow and outflow of cash presently in the state is truncated. It is
Mm.
truncated. There is no inflow of cash and there's no outflow of cash. Citizens are they are having it hard on themselves from this date today. And we all the reason because of the currency, the value naira change. So a lot of currencies have been moving to the bank, so there have not been any in circulation at that. And for the fact that politicians with bad ambitions, they have taken to their heels. They though they feel that they've done much to us, but I tell you, and I tell them that Nigerians will bear whatever comes to them because February 25th is not a date that is too far. It's very close. Just like we were able to see December, since January, we have been trading and trading to get to this point. So it is the same way we'll be able to see light when the election result has been announced on 25th of February 2023. We
Yeah.
see ourselves
Sorry,
ready.
Obi. Before you go on, check who do we have in us? Who and who do
We have
we have queuing up to
we have
join us?
Miss Uche. Miss Uche is on and she can hear us and she can speak as well.
Okay, Priya will be joining us. Okay, let's take it forward. All right. During the debate on Tuesday, we had Bongolese asking how does Peter Obi intend to move this country to production angle? And one would ask, does he really understand narratives, or is he just trying to be? Because time and again, His Excellency Peter Obi has explained step by step what he's going to do as a president. And Priya took time to educate him. But of course, in education, it is the function of the participation and the interest of both the formator and, of course, the student. So whether or not he understood that depends largely on him because Priya took time to educate, taking it step by step, that Peter Obi intends to, in serious commitment, turn around the security architecture of this country to provide adequate security for the people, okay, who, when their lives are secured, can now engage in their productive ventures. And these productive ventures will generate revenue that will translate into provision of infrastructures, ICTs, good health care, and all whatnot. Okay, now P2B has gone ahead to say we are going to segment its economy on based on comparative advantage. so that what you are best at, you focus on it and improve on it to ensure that there is specialization, and specialization breeds huge productivity. One begins to wonder, why is it difficult for these people to accept the truth? Because they know the truth, but the issue is, do they accept it? Okay? And they keep saying, how? Meanwhile, they've been time and again educated on how that is going to happen. So if Mrs. Chede would like you to also make comment on that, because Lady Priya did so much to educate us on that. And Nigerians are by this informed to refuse such malicious distractions that come from opposition, because P2B understands the economy of this country, and he did it well in Anambra State, okay, by lifting Anambra State up, and again he's going to do it in this country. Of course, Yusuf Dati is a firebrand when it comes to creating wealth, and they are going to jointly create wealth for this country, for you and I. So what is your take on that?
Everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, welcome, Mrs. Che. Go ahead, please.
Yeah.
Oh, very well.
You see, when they start to ask those, when I meet people like that ask these questions continuously, I just give, because it's all over everywhere. Like he has repeated it. I want me to say, when the moment I get those questions, I don't bother to, because it means that they already know the answer. They just want to, like, keep repeating the same thing. Same thing goes to the whatever, because that's the only thing they have to say. Bongoli keep repeating it. And to me, it's so annoying, So I see Bongoli like FFK. How will I say it now? FFK is Bongoli pro, like Bongoli just like them, like trying to incite something. So when I get questions like that, I don't bother, because there is no day Peter Obi about that thing, and Peter Obi is always on. I mean, on news, anywhere you want him to be, is always there to answer these questions. So when you ask me, you are being, you want to use me to cash cruise, or you are being ignorant, you just want whine us. You understand me? So when I get those kind of, because to me, it's like, this is like about 4 months now that Peter Obi has been saying this. You want to come and have a debate without haven't heard from my principal. And if you've heard from my principal, it means that you must have heard something like that, because they told me, I mean, that is his first the country from consumption to production. You understand? So if they ask, a lot has happened this week, so I won't other case or another day. So I'm so happy that our they're beginning to wake up, But my question is that how come is what triggered them? What is the thing that is now making them to be active? Like first it was, like you said, like we all know, the EFCC, and now the top military man. Like, what actually happened that triggered these people to start doing what they're supposed to do? Because a lot of people in the government are actually obeying the court order. You understand? So I am happened. For your question, like, what do I have to say when they are going to fix that? When I get that question, I just say, okay, to everybody's time, just go and watch any of his interview, anyone. Just go and
you're saying that it's more like a regular and unnecessary rhetoric that holds no water, but just mischievous in nature. So it doesn't really call for attention. Nigerians should rather focus on the way forward, which is taking Nigeria back from those who have squandered our common patrimony and turning whatever is left into serious productivity in line of having a serious economic growth. That's what I take away from your commission.
Yeah, and when they say those things, they don't really have anything to say. If you see, the only thing they keep saying is Pandora, Pandora, Pandora. You know, this is what, like, do you now want to be singing this? I mean, to be with these same issues when there are other issues that we need to discuss about. When they bring up this issue, I just see it as a way of them running away or try to defend themselves. Their own principle is difficult. So when they bring out this, I see that like they're trying to defend themselves, and Priye did very well, very well in answering the question. I was the one watching the interview. But she did very well because
something came up. Something came up, sorry. Once they asked a question directed to Bongoli, he asked. When
I would prefer to have.
So when Bongoli was saying that Tinubu intends to bring in Toyota, that Toyota is about coming back into the country and all that. Many of us drive Toyota vehicles in this country, but most they asked Bongoli is, why is Tinubu not talking of promoting us, which is our local brand? Why is he going all out to go and get Toyota back again? You know, that got me thinking, because when we talk about importation of rice and cultivation of rice here, government banning importation of rice and all that, their excuse or reason rather is that they want to promote local farming of rice to increase our productivity of rice. Okay, and so they have to ban importation of rice. But if that is it, the same APC government is in their campaign telling us that they want to go and bring in a foreign car manufacturing company, Toyota, into Nigeria. Is it to come and compete with Innocent, which is still uprising? Shouldn't they rather replicate what they have done on rice in vehicle manufacturing by supporting Innocent and even Pan to produce more cars locally here and export? Okay, so that when they dominate the market, there may be other foreign manufacturers can come in. Isn't this like double standard the part of APC? What do you think?
Yeah, if the question we should even, the question we should is, how many of these sorry, it's my son, our official government officials that you understand? So if they are not even using it, expecting them to promote it. But if they want to promote, they should start by even buying it. During his time when he was a governor, buying it for the who else? Nobody. You know, if you go to Tinubu's compound today, you will not drive innocent. You understand? So that enough has disqualified that one from their idea of bringing in Toyota and all of that. I want to bring it Toyota. See, it's anything leave it. I will not lie to you. So I don't bother to go and be thinking like I don't bother at all, because for the last 8 years, what have they done? Have they fixed? Like, how many have they done out of the 60 whatever that they said they were going to do? When they say something, I don't bother to go and be disturbing myself on how are they going to achieve. You know, so instead of me to waste my time doing that, I'll just be like to do more to make Peter Obi, grow, because they are just doing as their principal come out to tell you about this. It's not the same people and all of them that are saying. We've not heard from the principal. We've not heard anything and today they will call China. You know, so many things that are so unreal with this. The followers are even real human beings.
Mm-hmm.
The best president, the best president of Nigerian origin. I asked me if if you're going to ask me who do I think will make the best president, I would say.
Okay, sorry.
And you said a lot of people.
Why it seems we are having
Peter Obi will just be an
okay, without intending to stop you, I just want to confirm. Obina, do we have prayer with us? I think she has
like
queued up.
Dubai in a matter of years. But now,
Sorry, Mr. Tilo.
If she has queued up, can she just indicate, please, so that we have her, because she really did so well in that debate and did much to educate everybody.
She's live now. She's live.
Is she there?
Yeah, she's there. She's there.
Hi, Tilo. Okay. Hi, Daniel.
Okay.
Hi, Mr.
Welcome, Lady Priya from Canada. And before you say hi to Nigerians and the world, I would like to personally thank you for that wonderful representation of His Excellency during the debate. You educated everybody, by the way. Good to have you. So tell us.
Thank you so much.
You mentioned something during the debate. You said those who want to support APC Tinubu should go and get their APV. What's that? What's that one? Is this something we need as electorate?
Tilo, to be sincere, I don't know what you need to ask for interpretation. And I've been asking them in their camp, what does this mean? You know, come up with a meaning. But whatever it is, since in their camp, that's what they are using to get an APV. I will meet at the ballot for sure.
This is that he brought a new one out. So man,
technology.
Hey God.
Technology. My goodness. Now I want to laugh. I laugh at the skits, the constant skits. They are very funny, but then actually is on the ballot, and then I'm like, okay, this man. So we're dealing with, you know, everybody on the ballot is a contender. That's how I look. When someone is on the ballot and it's like, this is very, very disappointing. But I know that Nigeria, there's a certain level of awareness now that people are not willing to take just any, you know, back it up, except for some exceptional few, like we can see, you know, still has followers. I don't know if they're doing it for personal gain or they're doing it because something out of demand, maybe money or whatever, financial gain it might be. But like about 80% of people supporting him are just doing it for their, you know. That's what makes Peter Obi's movement unique, how organic it is. You can see the love from Nigerians. Nobody is being paid, nobody is being nothing. And we're talking about the simple man by the street selling his tuna shop, that the Malam is selling his kunu to people in the government, all rallying for the first time in Nigeria's political history. From other political parties are willing to ditch their own candidates, somebody else, because that is what the country needs. And everybody who knows Nigeria is the way it is because of how things are handled wants a change. So in Nigeria, you can see people are ditching the status quo. Some people that you see, father is doing his own, son is doing, supporting Peter Obi. So nobody is willing to this type of, you know, mediocre leadership anymore. Everyone has to work at this point. And like I said on Thursday, right? you, you need to see the way citizens of other countries are entitled. Nigerians are not even entitled. Make the country, conducive for us so that we can go about our day-to-day business, and Nigerians are naturally productive. They wake up every day with this need to make the best of the day, hustle, think of something new. Nigerians are very innovative, really. It's just make the place very conducive for them to function. You see businesses everywhere, private enterprises, small and medium businesses, young people coming together to start big corporations. Like, it will happen if we can just, and that's where Nigeria always, lags behind. Get the basics right. As a government, your job is to secure the lives and strengthen the institutions and continue to promote policy for the people, and the people will go ahead being productive. I don't know why I'm repeating this cycle, and it is our earnest prayer that we taste victory in 2023.
Yes.
That's what
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was about saying also that he who asks us to go get APV should first show us his own APV. And of course, if he cannot show us the APV, then should be able to tell us where he's leading us to, where he intends to lead us to, because we don't know where this APV belongs. But for us, what we know is that we want a new Nigeria. We want a re-energized Nigeria and the creation of Nigeria. We want to take back this country, and we know that the ticket to that is Peter Obi, and what we need to create this ticket and make it happen is the PVC. I have mine, and I'm sure you have yours. Everybody here does. And I'm sure that the youth of Nigeria, the hardworking, intelligent, sincere youths of this country have their PVC, and they are going to use their PVC. Right. Now the question is, you, the viewer, the listener, touch yourself. Do you have your PVC? And yes, if you do, are you going to use it right by making sure that you eschew corruption, you eschew vote buying, you eschew deceit, and elect Peter Obi of Labour Party as our next president, and then be ready to work with him to ensure that we'll contribute to our quota, while he's bringing selflessly his own quota to make this country great again. This is a must, and we all should be part of it. Let's not pay attention to detractors who are promising us in their normal way what they have no capacity to deliver. In 2014, they promised Nigerians that 4 years university education will be 4 years, and they're going to pay every youth 5,000 naira. That never happened. Rather, what they did is to say they have trader money. How can somebody use 5,000 to start up a business? And that's what they went around giving people for those that they gave and took the rest. The other time they told us that they spent 300 billion naira to feed their school children. And some of us did a quick calculation there and said, well, Nigerian population is little above 200 million, right? And so if you do that, it's okay, fine. Maybe let's just graciously give the primary school students, 60 million population, graciously that they are that, all right? And if they are that, okay, how then have you spent 300 billion? It means that if you have spent at least 100 billion, you will say that the child got 1 billion allocated to him. That never happened. So who is deceiving who in this country? I mean, these lies are so much. They tell us what they used to do. One project, take Niger Bridge, for instance, right? Yeah. What they quoted as what they is nothing that, that such amounts won't have spent on Niger, because when you compare such bridge, what is built in places like China and other, you see that it's just about a quarter of that amount that China used to do a bridge. So what's happening here? And we say we don't have money. We are servicing debts that shouldn't have been taken in the first place. Oh my God. God will save us.
It's amen.
God will
God
save
will
us.
It's
save
very
us.
hard to.
They promise us they will remove subsidy, student loans. They promise us electricity. They promised us they will fight corruption. The corruption that we've been facing these past 8 years, even was we had before they came
If
in.
Nigeria has not seen it before, impunity is out of this world.
Let us not even go far to even what they promised almost 8 years ago. Let's even see their recent action right now. Their they paid a lot of money to get there. For you to pay those huge amount just primary, it means there's a problem already.
Yeah.
The problem have started. The corruption has started already. There is no way you go there and not want to get. You are spending that much money because you know what you are going to get when you get there. Let's start with the way the principle that basically insulting each other. I mean, underrating Nigerians like to Nigerians. Let's start by forcing people, by the way they close their shops to go and do rally for them. They are not yet, they are doing that. Let's start by the candidate wives using the president aeroplane to go and visit people in during the flood time. So many things. Let's start by them stopping other people from doing their. Start by them attacking people. Let's start by the innocent people that are the labor. One of Labour Party woman was shot dead. Let's start. Where are we going? If a governor can come out and say, if a governor can come out and lie on national TV that said him when he went to on the Anambra, that when he has forgotten all the information we get him, just because you want a vote, you can go to that extent to lie. All these are signs. All these are signs. I don't want us to even go to what they promised a lot. When you're choosing when you choosing someone that represents a nation, you have to watch their character.
Yeah.
Don't know why people are all there running like with all the fake drugs, the allegations, and yet he has not come out to explain to Nigerians.
At least explain to the people
on one side with all the
allegations
that he sells companies and all that to debunk it, and we still want to take those people. I don't want to even go to that manifesto right now that they're displaying right now. What they are doing right now is what if it will tell you, a few days ago, this APC, what's his name? He said that Tinubu even stopped them from going to the east. He said it's a waste of time. He did an interview. He said that. So what I care at this point, if Nigeria, if Peter Obi loses this, the number of people that are really mad in Nigeria are just much than the people that. Seriously, it shows that Nigeria is not ready, and anybody that will come 1K will suffer. Because last people we ask for 500, they'll be looking for 500 naira. So let's again, because the I'm sorry I'm talking too much. I'll just say this and then
you are not talking too much, my lady, because we have suffered too much. Is it better to suffer too much and not talk, or to talk too much and not suffer? Let us do the talking, and then the talking will beget action. Oh yes, positive action.
How much was a bag of rice 4 years ago or 3 years ago? Yet they don't want to be. How much is bag of rice, how much was oil? The food amongst us here is buying something cheaper. You are in the north, you are in the southeast. No. The governors are stealing money. They will not feel local government. They will be busy creating bridges, creating road, but to the villages. They will not do it, and they know that most of the food that we eat come from areas. They will not give them good roads to be able to have good access. Not give them water in the rural areas to go about that. They will not give them security. They will not give them things we consume comes from these places.
Yes.
Some
It's,
people are
it's
coming from
unfortunate.
the village.
It's unfortunate. Okay, now
Part
we
of the issues when we are talking about
okay.
Nigeria not doing well, it's not just the president. So we should choose leaders with the right mentality, with the right brain.
With the right mentality. Yes, you saw how I reacted to I've been to see if somehow, you know, when people are acting from a place of selflessness, right? The former national youth leader of Labour Party, our support group, thinking that he would, you know, maybe his partisanship, seeing that the Obedient movement is not exactly it's partisan to an of the Labour Party because of what they stand for and the fact that they don't have any things that will stop Nigerians from supporting them, you know. So Nigerians have been watching him, thinking that he would, you know, act differently or conduct. That's the thing. This is what we're trying to kick against, the fact that people want to put them the greater cause or the need for a better Nigeria. The way requires selflessness to a certain extent. And when I say selflessness, you're at the back burner, without title, without anything. You should be part of this. When I see young people under the guise of being youth, but then they are not, you know, it's very painful. It's very painful, you know, when you see them. I pray that one day, generation, and even that, in fact, Gen Z even get sense past we millennials, but let's not go there. Somehow, we would, you know, go past all these issues and try and focus on what's important. And the only way to change the face of Nigeria, we've started the process by fielding Peter Obi, but we need to complete it by March in February. Let it be a landslide victory. Be clear to those coming after him that the voices and the will of the Nigerian, both any of their selfish interests that they might be not be forced to do things at a higher standard after he leaves, because that's the he will set when he comes in. So please collect your PVC at your local. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged. Don't be distracted by any hula baloo from any other. Put it up, and if you can frame it in your house for Peter Obi.
It's already a plastic copy, and it's important that people get to, you know, take this thing seriously. Like you said, you must protect your PVC and make, because it's permanent card. You must have to protect it and make sure that it's never compromised. It's important. And I take that comment from you, Lady Priya, to be our closing comment. The reason is that you just told Nigerians the gospel truth. Now, this is evangelization. And when you are converted as an obedient, you have a duty to also evangelize another person and get him converted. The Bible says, and thou shalt know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. For those of us who have come to know the truth, we are free psychologically from perennial deceit by the political bourgeoisie. and the ill practices that has kept this country, beyond moral standard. And thank God, the hand of God, like Maradona would say, the hand of God has come into this country. You can see for the first time that the courts have risen to their duty and give serious verdict on those who commit contempt of court. Contempt of court is simply put, telling the public that you are above the law. Okay?
Yeah.
Because it's the court that upholds the law. They interpret it and uphold it. And when they say, come on, look, you have really acted recalcitrant to the laws of the land. And they give you a sanction, they give you a punishment for restitution, and you play blind eye and deaf ear to that. What it means is that you are telling the country that, come on, I'm above the law. And you cannot hold me to account. And the court has said, come on, it doesn't matter the position that you hold. You have to go and carry out your restitution and purge yourself of this recalcitrant. And you can see the top guys who have been sentenced to prison custody by the law, the courts of the land. Something is happening, and I think it's spiritual in this country. It's happening. So guys, come on, wake up. Take your position. Don't stand. Don't be on the fence. Stand with the truth, okay? Because this is happening like a tsunami. Those who stand in the way of this train get crushed. They have one issue or the other. And it's like, come on, look at the young man from Bauchi who, when Deborah was killed in Sokoto, and he gave a warning that anybody who speaks for justice will be dealt with in Bauchi. That sounded like terrorism, inciting violence. But look at it today. The same young man has been visited by Kama, and those who ab initio came out to speak for his release have turned the idea and said, come on, well, look, I cannot be identified with terrorism or somebody who promotes terrorism. Yeah. So what is happening? You better start saying the truth. You better start committing yourself to the truth and work for the truth. It's like God has said, come on, Nigeria is my people. And I've risen, from my throne of grace and judgment to rescue this nation. And whoever stands on my way has to have one plague or the other, like the Egyptians of the old. So I don't want to have plague on me or my family. I'm sure you wouldn't want to have someone. So what do you do to save yourself? Embrace the truth. Speak the truth. Act truthfully, patriotically, and be that man who stands the new Nigeria that will be the pride of Africa and be mentioned and revered in the world over. With that, I want to tell you, do not forget, it is Labour Party and the logo is Papa, Mama, and Peking. When you vote Labour Party, you would have voted for Peter Obi for president of Nigeria and Ahmed Yusuf Dati as a vice president of Nigeria. And these two gentlemen are wealth creators, proven wealth creators. Those who are they are today without stealing from our common patrimony, those who worked hard and who have respect for human dignity. These are people that we want, and we stand with them for a new Nigeria and renewed Nigeria. Thank you for joining us tonight. Do not forget that on Saturday we'll be up again, and we are going to have important guests. We are going to have a Labour Party chairman from Anambra State. Okay. Then we are going to have a senatorial candidate in Joe State. Great. So join us on time. 9 o'clock is the time, and then yes, I can hear you very well.
Before we go, please, if you want to vote, the man that takes another man's picture and claim he was the one when he was murdered, is it the man that will be saying blah 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 want? Is it, I don't know, is it calling the, how did he say it again? Insulting himself is a disgrace that you want? That cannot even climb a ordinary staircase that they are pushing, holding, that you want? Please, Nigerians, do not look back 4 years ago or 8 years ago. Look at the present situation now. Present situation is not too far to make your judgment and vote. If you blah blah, you can go and get your APV, not PVC. I be APC and vote for them. That is what they said you should get. Please go and get it. But if you want to vote, get your PVC. Please, we need people with character to. Most of you don't know what we go through here in diaspora. Most people, when they see us, the moment you have a lot of negative things because of what they know, that because of the crimes here when they come here, based on the frustration that the politicians has given to them. We need the names of Nigeria to be clean. Last year, I wanted to open an account, open another one, and I was told because I was from Nigeria, I am not allowed to use that account. That's to tell you, but other countries, other people living here to open different accounts from different banks. But I wasn't allowed because I was in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian.
Oh,
please, for the sake of your children, anybody with a dirty character, somebody that can take picture as his own, knowingly, not unknowingly, knowingly, a president. For article, somebody that can sell companies, and I don't want to even go there, use the ethnicity to campaign is not. Please vote Peter Obi and receive that. Please.
Thank you very much.
The next time it will be, go and get your PVC. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is said that a word is enough for a wise, but now I'm sure you have gotten more than 10 words. And of course, you're wise. You made the right decision. Thank you for joining us. See you again on Saturday, same time.
See you all.
And with our guest coming up.
Bye,
everyone.
Okay. Have a good night rest. Bye.